Hello, Sukanya here with part 3 of the Andal story from Krishna Devaraya's epic Amukta Malyada. This episode number 13 in Āścarya Rare Stories series is about Andal's early growing years. Vishnuchitta and Viraja Devi brought up the baby girl Goda or Andal as she was more popularly known in an atmosphere of beauty, music and piety. As the years passed, Andal grew up to be a beautiful young girl. She was considered a reincarnation of Bhu Devi or Mother Earth, and this reflected in her description. She was unusually intelligent and stood out like a star. Her physical beauty was unparalleled: dark curly hair, large eyes lined with kohl, nose like champak flower, shiny teeth, and so on. The other girls in the neighborhood were also considered reincarnations of Naga Kanyas, and hence there was a strong bond between Andal and them. Using God Narayana as a divine theme for all their games, the girls sang and played often, with dolls' marriages being their preferred one. The songs usually visualized the wedding of the deities Lakshmi and Narayana. Glimpses of her devotion to Narayana, specifically in Krishna avatar, were clearly visible even as a young girl. This devotion and desire of Andal to be one with Narayana led her to composing the Tirupawa, which is part of the Nalayiram Divya Prabandham, and later Nachiyar Tirumozhi. Both are Tamil epic poems of rare literary excellence and devotion. In this holy month of Margazhi or Dhanur, Tirupawa is recited in all Vaishnavite temples as well as in many homes. Through Tirupawa, Andal expresses her devotion and longing for Krishna, who was the personification of the universe. While the 30 verses of Tirupawa are well known, its broader context is worth talking about. Tiru means sacred or holy, and Pavai means vow and also a girl. Thus, Tirupawa is a poetic description of a sacred vow taken by a girl. It may appear that Andal is intending to perform a religious vow to marry Narayana and merge with him as Tirupawa starts. It is only towards the end of the poem that we learn that she did not actually perform a rite. These verses express her prayers to reach out to Narayana. The theme of Tirupawa, in essence, is the spiritual awakening of an individual soul, which then yearns for uniting with God. The 30 verses, called Pasurams, are sung one for each day of the month. Andal time travels to Krishna era and imagines herself to be one of the Gopikas in Vrindavan as she sings. Tirupawa is constructed in the following theme sequence. It starts with the observance of the Vrat, which is taken up by the young girls, called the Pavai Nombu, and then there's community participation where Andal compels, exhorts and beseeches her friends to join her in taking up the Vrat and to meet Krishna at his abode. Then it goes to the awakening of Krishna and his consort Nappinai at his abode, and then the singing of the glories of Krishna by the young girls and speaking about their needs and expectations from Krishna. And it finishes with the Sharanagati or self-surrender, which is performing unstinted service to God. Andal advises that during this month, we should adopt a simple and minimalistic lifestyle while shunning luxuries, be it in our food, the way we dress up, etc. We should also be positive in our thoughts, speech and action, and recall the glory of nature to sustain life and for prosperity. Flowers, cows, calves, chirping of birds, sound of bells, conches, all find mention. Through her verses, Andal tells us that by practicing this vrat, one can attain not only materialistic happiness but also eternal bliss. Tirupawa is said to be Vedam Anaithukkum Vittagam, meaning it is the seed of the Vedas. The entire essence of the Vedas is hidden in Tirupawa, which can be revealed only under the guidance of a guru well versed in Vedic scriptures. And now let us go back to Andal's father Vishnuchitta, who, despite the prosperity gained due to the moksha debate success, continued to lead his simple life, serving the Vatapatra Sai temple with his garlands and doing discourses explaining the greatness of the deity. Attracted by the beauty of the garlands readied by her father for the deity, Andal began wearing them and, after admiring her reflection in the waters of the lake, replaced them in the basket. The garland would then find its way to the deity, carried by an unsuspecting Vishnuchitta. In the next episode, we will find out how Vishnuchitta reacts to this misdeed by his beloved daughter and how Andal reveals her devotion to Narayana. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and feel free to share your views or ideas on this channel.